pumping lead into these various bug-like creatures. It feels great, it never doesn't. Hi there guys, it's Aaron here from Mirror Gaming, coming at you live from Gamescom 2023. Before I left for the day, I had to let you know my thoughts on a little game called Warhammer 40,000 Space Marine 2. Now obviously this got announced a couple of months back, possibly even years back, and it's kind of like a hulking third-person action shooter set obviously in the Warhammer 40k universe. I got to play quite a lot by way of a new hands-on demo, taking place towards the beginning of the game, whereby you are back firmly in the boots of Titus, returning from the first game. Now for those that don't know, Warhammer 40k Space Marine 2, it is indeed one of those games kind of in the vein of a Gears of War, except, as I said, it's set in the world of Warhammer, and crucially, there is no third-person cover system. So unlike Gears of War, you're not going to be able to hide behind cover, pop off some shots, maybe engage in some blind fire. None of that's going to happen here. Because, of course, you're part of a special elite force of Marines called Space Marines, which I think are roughly about 2 feet taller than the usual army here. And I know this because the bulk of the mission was focused on getting 2 orbital cannons working back online, whereby you are blasting your way through legions and legions of Tyranids, which is the kind of xenomorph-esque alien enemy type, in a mission that's primarily focused on helping another race of humans called the Cadians. And obviously it's been a while since we've had a crunchy third-person action shooter such as this, and immediately when it felt in the hands, the shooting felt great. Whether or not I was using the shotgun like melt gun, or the much more, I don't know, maybe horde-friendly, appropriate bolt gun shooter, you were just decimating these enemies, and there is a lot going on screen at any one point. So obviously the first Warhammer Space Marine was released by THQ back in the day in 2011 for PS3 and Xbox 360, and those kind of AA-centric, gritty action, really, boots on the ground feeling. It's replicated here by the new developer, Saber Interactive, and I really enjoyed the hour or so I played, which, like I said, was a boots on the ground mission with you and a squad of my 2 AI teammates. This game is 3-player online co-op. I unfortunately didn't get to play it that way. You were battling your way through trenches, swamps, abandoned bases, and that was actually one of the cool parts of my demo, because in between laying waste to just hordes and hordes of Tyranids, there was a lot of environmental storytelling going on, that dark and gritty style, and we found that out when we got to the base. We were sent there on a recovery mission. Spoiler alert, there wasn't a lot left to recover because there was just bodies on the ground, blood. Obviously this is like a mature rated game, but no, Space Marine 2 really feels good to play. If there's one complaint I had with it, it was the fact that ammo isn't very it doesn't abound. It's very hard to come by. And that can be both a joy and a curse, because the guns obviously feel so great. Pumping lead into these various bug-like creatures, it feels great. It never doesn't. But it can be a bit of a pity when you find yourself scrambling around for ammo, and you find yourself having to rely on your rather weedy pistol going pew, 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 pew. It still feels good to shoot, but it doesn't quite have the same sense of feedback. I was a little bit disappointed with that. Having said that though, once you search around, find the ammo chests, maybe play it a little bit more strategically, there's a lot to love. Particularly because when you lay enough ammo into one of the bigger enemies, there's various enemy types, underlings, and then you've got kind of like your mid-type enemies, which won't pounce at you so much as, get up right in your face and try to claw at you. If you pump enough ammo into them, then you can engage what's kind of like called an execution, whereby if you approach them up close, click R3 button, then you can perform a rather gruesome looking execution. Kind of, you can either take their appendage off and then gut them that way, or if you've got Titus's chainsword equipped, then you can really gut them up, slice their head. It's kind of reminiscent of the glory kills from Doom 2016. Although unlike the glory kills from Doom 2016, you don't get any kickback from that. There's no health upgrade you're getting. There's no really particular positive boon, which was a bit disappointed with, because as I've already mentioned, ammo is very sparse in this game, and it would have been a great touch if whenever you were able to perform one of those execution kills, if you were kind of rewarded either by health or ammo upgrades. But regardless, Saber Interactive have chosen to go a very different route, but a very gratifying route. And like I said, I've only played an hour, and in that time I didn't die once, although I don't want to brag. I was playing on story mode. But having said that, there's a lot to love about Warhammer Space Marine 2. This was the first hands-on impressions, at least to my knowledge, so let me know what you guys think in the comments. Do you plan on picking this game up? It's very much a throwback to that 360 style of Gears of War-esque shooter, and obviously with the Coalition at the moment seemingly twiddling their thumbs, not knowing quite what to do next with the next installment in Gears of War, this could be a good one to go for. So anyway guys, I've been Aaron Potter coming at you live from Gamescom. Do stay tuned, where we'll have even more coverage. Bye bye for now.